Pretty interesting car, the new Mercedes CLA, because underneath its swooping junior CLS looks, it's actually an A-Class, and this one is identical beneath the skin to the new pocket rocket A45 AMG, the car that we drove just recently and basically had our minds frazzled by. Beneath the bonnet there you have exactly the same 355 bhp 4-cylinder engine that you get in the A45, exactly the same 7-speed dual clutch gearbox, exactly the same 4MATIC 4-wheel drive system, and in theory exactly the same steering and chassis and brakes, etc. So it should, you would think, drive pretty much identically to the A45, give or take about 30 kilograms. Let's see. So there are 3 different drive programs to the gearbox: comfort, sport and manual. I personally prefer it in manual, so I'm going to put it in manual. And the gearbox is very good. It doesn't quite do what you want it to do on downshifts, but we'll forgive it that, because on upshifts and most of the rest of the time it's fantastic. The only thing I have a slight problem with at the moment with the CLA45 is that it doesn't have, for some reason, quite the same zip as the A45. I don't know why that is. I cannot believe that the addition of about 30 kilograms, no more than that, has taken this much edge off the driving experience, but it seems to. I mean, be in no doubt, this is still a properly rapid car. Mercedes actually claims identical performance figures for the CLA and the A45. 0 to 60 in 4.6, limited top speed of 155, and somewhere between 10 and 11 to 100 miles an hour. So seriously fast, but I don't know. It just doesn't quite have the mania of the A45 right at the top of the rev range. Don't think of these new baby Benz AMGs as filling removers, because they're not. They're actually pretty refined. Okay, there's a bit of buzz from the 4-cylinder engine, but the suspension and the steering, everything it does on the move is pretty well resolved actually. I do like the steering of the new CLA45. It's got no electronic gubbins in it, and there's no variable ratio rack or anything like that. It's just a nice, honest, standard power-assisted steering setup, and it's really nice on the move. You can put huge faith in where you can put the front tyres in any corner, and there's just, you know, there's a nice amount of feel that comes back at you through the rim too, which is unusual. The brakes are also, you know, everything that you want them to be from a road car like this. I'm not sure I fully go for the engine noise. You know, it's you can't argue with the maths here. You've got 355 horsepower, 161 grams of carbon being chucked out, and 4.6 to 60, and 40 odd mpg. You just can't argue with that. But the one sacrifice that you make and that you get is this. I mean, I like the little fart it makes when you upshift. That's great, but it's still a 4-cylinder engine at the end of the day, and although it pulls like a locomotive pretty much everywhere, it doesn't sound like a 6-cylinder engine, does it? It never will. It does lots of things really well with CLA45. I personally think it looks great. The cabin is lovely to be in, and it's roomier than you'd think. You cannot knock the performance, even if you can have a little bit of a niggle about the 4-cylinderness of it all. The boot's big, the steering is à point. Yeah, to drive, to be in, to sit in, I'm sure to live with every day, this would be a really, really lovely car. But here's the thing, £41,500 for a Mercedes A-Class. That is crackers. But having said that, this car is almost good enough to justify a mad price like that. Say no more.